This is 4 Weddings, where we get to enjoy the best part of any wedding, slating it afterwards. 4 pushy brides, 4 very different weddings, 1 dream honeymoon. What happens when 4 brides agree to judge each other's weddings? They're total strangers with totally different tastes, but each is so convinced they're having the perfect wedding, they're staking their honeymoon on it. Welcome to 4 Weddings, where getting married is a real competition. In each episode, 4 brides give their frank opinions on each other's big day. They'll be judging the venue, the food, the overall presentation, and of course, the dress. In a tense finale, only the bride whose wedding is judged the best will win the fantasy 5-star honeymoon. Let the catfight commence. Coming up on 4 Weddings. OK, our first bride is 24-year-old call centre advisor Carol Ann from Dundee, who's getting hitched to her sweetheart, Darren.
Our wedding is the anti-wedding.
You what?
The anti-wedding. Churches make me uncomfortable. They give me the creeps. We've decided to get rid of all the trappings, all the traditions. I don't like flowers because I don't like the idea of giving a dead plant to someone to say I love you.
So, dead plants are out then. What else?
A lineup, gone. Speeches, none. Alcohol.
Tell me you're keeping that.
We're keeping that.
Hallelujah!
It will be the wedding of our dreams. It's just our dreams are different to everyone else's.
You don't say. And what about nightmares, Carol?
Well, my nightmare wedding would be following by the book every single page of the bridal magazine. 17 bridesmaids and 17 matching ushers, with a horse-drawn carriage bringing the bride with her, 25-ton wedding dress.
You mean a big fairy tale number?
So I'm going for the big fairy tale wedding with all the formalities of best men and bridesmaids and, the big castle and everything else.
When you wish on a star.
Our next bride is 30-year-old deputy head teacher, Sarah, or Princess Sarah in waiting.
That's fine now, all we need. I'm really looking forward to being centre of attention and be a princess for a day.
Her Highness wants the works. Giant dress, dead plants, the lot.
We want it to be quite classy, quite sophisticated, but fun as well. We don't want it to be too stuffy.
Oh, perish the thought. So, which weddings make you cringe, Sarah?
Jordan, Katie Price-esque wedding with a great big pink dress. That would be
Because I've got rose pink in my dress, it would be an absolute nightmare to be compared to Jordan because her dress was pink. Hello.
Next up, self-confessed girly girl Donna. She's 32 and from Aberdeen.
Love shoes, love bags, loves clothes.
So much love. But she saves most of that for daughter Ava. Hubby-to-be Travis. And her miniature shoe collection.
This one is a limited edition Christmas boot, which is called Deck the Heels. I was actually going to have shoe centerpieces at the wedding. I'd seen them in a florist, big red, sparkly stilettos, but I had to think about Travis at the end of the day, so I gave that a miss.
Apart from sparkly shoe centerpieces, what's the worst thing you can imagine at a wedding?
There's always a fight at a wedding, isn't there?
Oh, we can but dream.
Hopefully there'll be none of that at my wedding.
So what will there be?
I've got 2 page boys, a junior bridesmaid and 3 bridesmaids.
I didn't want to have bridesmaids because I just think it's unnecessary. Unnecessary expense that we weren't bothered about.
Bride number 4 is 39-year-old Alison from Cheshire.
We just want it to be a very simple, low-budget wedding. We don't want to sort of have all frills and whistles and bells. Simple hot food, probably jacket potatoes and fillings.
And she really doesn't like speeches.
I can't abide, and they all do it. They get up on the night and they say, "Thanks everyone for coming," and I just can't stand it.
She's tying the knot with 27-year-old toy boy Graham.
Alison doesn't hold back, shall we say.
Please, I can't stand it.
She says what she thinks,
Oh, I can't stand it when it's, can we have our mums up? And everyone has to clap.
Without insulting, to be honest. She tries to
No, I don't mean it insulting. No. And Uncle Jack, who helped us with the puncture this morning. I don't want to know about that. I'm a guest at a wedding, I want to dance.
So it's fair to say your wedding won't have any of this.
Thanks, everyone, for coming. Oh, can't stand.
So Carol's big day will be a tradition-trashing anti-wedding, and her budget will be £4,500. Sarah wants fairytale tradition with all the trimmings, classy mind, no pink, and her budget is £18,000. Donna wants a big pink girly wedding and has a budget of £15,000 to get it. And Alison plans a no frills, no fuss, no nonsense affair, costing no more than £3,000. Our brides will attend and judge one another's big day. They'll score each wedding for venue, food, overall presentation, and touchy one this, the dress. So it's time for the four to come face to face for a first chance to size up their opposition.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Donna.
I've made my bouquet out of Christmas baubles.
Right.
And our music is going to be indie rock. I'm walking down to Metallica, which will be great.
Oh my goodness. Sounds just totally woo! Like, woo! I don't know where she got those ideas from.
I'm quite a girly girl, so there's going to be loads of pinks, having a butterfly theme, lots of roses.
Donna's wedding might be a bit over the top for me. All the pinks and the butterflies, that to me is over the top.
So mine is a bit fairy tale-ish, a bit like yours. No butterflies, but still... but still very fairy tale-ish, princess-ish.
The only difference I can think of between Sarah's wedding and my wedding is mine's is going to be a wee bit bigger than Sarah's.
It's not the little trimmings and whether I've got favours on the table and do the balloons match or the napkins or she's got plastic cutlery instead of silver. I'm not bothered about that. That's irrelevant.
Based on Alison's budget, I can't really imagine where she'd be getting married unless perhaps she would do it in a park.
Tramp. What you call me? Tramp.
I would like to think that my wedding was good enough to win the competition.
I think the other brides are going to score me very low. If it's possible to give me minus points, they're going to give me minus points.
I'm hoping they're not going to be disappointed when they come to ours.
So I definitely think I've got a chance of winning, yeah. Yeah.
Coming up, the anti-wedding breakfast leaves a nasty taste in the mouth.
But it was a bit...
And Donna's entertainment goes down even worse.
All I know is he had weird hair, weird outfit and a rabbit that was probably pooing in the hat.
Four brides have signed up to attend and score each other's big days. The bride whose wedding is judged the best will win a luxury all-inclusive 5-star honeymoon. First up, Carol's anti-wedding, and there's one thing on the girls' minds. Baubles.
It's just preying on my mind what this bouquet is going to look like. Literally can't sleep at night for thinking about this Christmas bauble bouquet.
I might be converted when I see Carol's. You never know, I might sack the florist off and say, I want baubles. It could be fabulous.
I think I'm expecting a lot of opposites or for it to not even really feel like a wedding at all.
Apart from being set in a typical wedding hotel, you mean?
This is quite traditional.
Yeah.
It's totally not what I expected. I didn't think it would be like this at all.
It's all a bit, you know, wedding-y.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd please be upstanding for the bride.
Right, cue Metallica. Metallica lights, anyone?
I was expecting something else, and it wasn't delivered.
My name is...
Yeah, this anti-wedding's a bit short on, anti.
I'd like to welcome you all here today to the wedding of Darren and Carol Ann.
Still, there's always the homemade bouquet.
It requires...
The bouquet, not what I expected.
In my head, I'd got these great big Christmas baubles kind of glued together, a bit gaudy and tasteless, but actually it fitted fine, you know, it looked okay.
Presence of all
No need to go overboard, Sarah.
It's now my pleasure to say that you, Darren, and you, Caroline, are now husband and wife. Take it from here.
Oh, bless.
Her dress was lovely. It's a lot plainer than something I would have.
So, with the not-so-anti-wedding service out the way, time for the reception, which kicks off with an eternity of hanging around doing nothing, while the happy couple pose for photos under umbrellas lit by fairy lights.
The umbrella with the lights, I thought that was really good. In fact, I'm quite annoyed that I didn't think of that myself.
The umbrellas with the lights, I didn't really like those.
Half an hour later, bride and groom are still missing in action, leaving our judges time to evaluate the anti-wedding.
This is totally not what I was expecting, absolutely not. And I do think it was more traditional than I'd got in my head.
Yeah. I think we all agree on that. It was a lot more traditional than she led us to believe, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ignoring guests to get your pictures taken outside a curry house, not that traditional, is it?
I don't know what's happening, how long they're going to be, but I'm really quite hungry, so I hope it's not too long.
Oh, you're like a block of ice.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to please be upstanding and welcome the bride and groom. It's a brand new Mr. and Mrs. Nelson.
No hanging around. Where's the menu?
What is this, please?
Cranacan.
Cranacan. And what's that when it's at home?
Whipped cream with oatmeal and raspberries.
Nice. I made the best choice.
I had Scotch broth to start, which was lovely.
A leg of lamb, please. Oh, lovely, thank you. The food was very nice, but I didn't expect it to be traditional, and it really was quite traditional. Thank you. Oh, try it, I'll give it a whirl.
I didn't really like my dessert at all.
That's good.
It was like cream infused with raspberries and it had little oats and things in it, and it was a bit...
Still, some things are even harder to swallow. Time for a short speech.
Hi, everyone. Carol said that line I hate at all weddings.
Thank you all for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you all for coming.
She said no speeches, and she said thanks for coming. She said the actual words.
Thanks for coming, Alison. So, with the food out of the way, time for the first dance, which must mean indie rock o'clock.
Work all night and a drink a rum.
Or limbo.
The limbo dance, not what I was expecting at all. I was under the impression there was an indie band playing tonight.
I really had this vision. She's going to, whip her dress off and put some leathers on or something and rock the show. I really did. I just thought it was going to be something wow.
Are you going?
No. Do you want me to have an accident? I've got sciatica.
It looks like the groom couldn't care less about your sciatica, Donna.
To perform this dance. She retires gracefully.
Right, surely now it's time for...
And she was even dancing to ABBA. I thought she was an indie rock chick.
I thought she didn't like all those conventions and ABBA and cheese. It just didn't sit right for me, you know?
Still, these two are happy.
This was absolutely fantastic to come in and didn't know what was happening. So it was all new to us and both of us have thoroughly enjoyed it.
The bride's happy.
My wedding has been everything I could have hoped for, and it was just everything that Darren and I could have asked for.
And the groom's happy. putting it about a bit. I think he may have got the wrong idea about this four brides thing. They're not all for you, Darren.
Your wife's going to get cross with me.
Not if you keep your hands up there, Sarah. So, with the questionable indie rock fest over, time for our judges' final verdicts. They'll be scoring the venue, the food, the dress, and then everything else in the overall presentation.
So when we eventually got in there and we had our food, it didn't really feel like anything special. The main course, meat and 2 veg, you know, so I'm going to give Carol 6 out of 10 for the food.
Everything that they've done completely suits them as a couple. I'm going to give the overall presentation of Carol's Day a 10 out of 20, and that is only because it's completely not my taste.
I don't mean this sounding awful, but I really have to think about what stood out.
On to Donna's big pink girly wedding, which is taking place on Valentine's Day.
I really feel like it's going to be fairy dairy land. I think she's going to have lots of love hearts and roses, so I think it's going to be proper hit you when you walk in.
I think there'll be that, what for me would be a bit over the top, that next level of flamboyance that you won't see at mine.
Donna's wedding is the antithesis of what I chose for my wedding. I wouldn't step inside a church if you paid me.
Welcome to God's house.
Hi, gorgeous.
Setting foot in a church wasn't that difficult, was it, Carol?
Well, as a church goes, it's very beautiful.
I think I expected more flowers, actually. The flowers and decorations inside the church were a lot tamer than I thought they were going to be.
That's it, Donna. Let it all out.
I thought she would cry at the vows, not actually walking in. But obviously it was just such a big day for her.
Beautiful. But it turns out churches aren't just wedding venues.
God is love.
Who knew?
Not only, Donna and Travis, do you have the support of your family and friends, but you've reached out to someone else as well.
When she said, "You're asking for someone else to be here, someone else's help," and then she went like that, and I just thought, oh.
By choosing a Christian marriage, you've put yourselves into God's hands. And good news, He's strong.
It just felt to me like it was more about God than getting married.
How dare the Almighty get in the way of a good wedding?
Let us worship God together by singing the hymn, Morning Has Broken. It's printed in your orders of service.
All together now, ladies.
I was having a go at singing, even though I don't believe in it. But I didn't actually sing the God lines.
He sees everything, you know.
Travis and Donna, I now pronounce you to be man and wife. Travis, you may kiss your bride.
So, a fairy tale service and hardly any pink.
It wasn't too pink and it wasn't too over the top and it wasn't too girly. So, that was really nice.
Disappointed, Sarah? Reception, here we come.
I was a little surprised at the venue for the reception. I thought it was going to be this really big grand thing and some huge grounds of some manor house, lavish and really over the top. So I thought, oh, it's here. Okay.
I love this table.
Love is like a butterfly, as soft and gentle as a sigh. The multicolored moods of love alike.
Time for the wedding breakfast. The groom's actually a chef, so the food should be good.
Soup, I don't know, that's a really easy kind of heavy-going starter. I just didn't think that was great.
Well, there's always the main course.
Took a gamble and went with the beef when I'm not really a beef girl myself.
Yes. Do you like the jus?
And?
Do you like the jus?
A lot of gristle on it, so basically left most of that.
Maybe you should have had the rabbit.
You know who he looks like, that magician? He looks like one of these wrestlers.
Yeah, he does.
Who's about to strip off and have his bloody leotard on.
Look at that poor rabbit. The magician was a little bit much for me.
All I know is he had weird hair, weird outfit, and a rabbit that was probably pooing in the hat.
Oh, Mr. Magician, come over here.
Sarah kept trying to call him over, but he wouldn't come over.
Oi, mullet.
Would you? They're not too sure about the magician, Donna.
I hope they're having a good time, but see if they're not. Oh well, I am.
Lovely, lovely.
OK, you've had a quick tickle with your rabbit. Let that be an end to it.
I stroked the bunny. You're all dead jealous, aren't you?
For all those times you stirred by me.
Ah, the first dance.
That you made me see. For every dream you made come true. I'm everything I am.
Nothing could spoil this moment. With the first dance over, time for the evening entertainment. Scottish style.
I should be running across a field with William Wallace fighting the English, you know. It gives you that feeling.
Perhaps if I was Scottish, I might have liked that a bit more, but wasn't really fussed on that.
The whole night's a blur of entertainment. And by the end, they're dropping like flies. But how did the judges score food, venue, dress, and overall presentation?
Churches tend to make me a bit uncomfortable and I tend to, twitch a bit. I was just trying to get it over and done with as quickly as possible. I was thinking, please hurry up, please hurry up.
I would probably give the dress, and she'll hate me for this, and I'm so sorry, a 4 out of 10.
So for overall presentation of the day, I give Donna 14 out of 20. Everything was well done. Having a really, really, really good time, which is a bit upsetting, I think.
Coming up, big trouble for Donna at wedding number 3.
Guys, we've got a problem. We've got a major problem.
And even bigger trouble at wedding number 4.
Definitely not going to make it. That's it.
So, Carol and Donna are hitched. Time for Sarah's fairy tale wedding.
I do think there's going to be quite a bit of formality and ritual in Sarah's wedding. I'm not really looking forward to that because it tends to make me a bit uncomfortable.
I get the impression Sarah's probably a bit of a control freak.
I don't think anyone could top my wedding in my eyes.
In this pokey old pile of bricks, no chance, Donna.
Oh, wow. Look at the big gates.
Well and truly stole my dream wet venue. Kind of had a feeling it was going to be a castle, but didn't expect it to be a castle this size. This is amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I'm really jealous.
We'll soon take your mind off that, Donna.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Meet the castle's resident killer carnivores.
Look at the hawk. Do you think we could go?
Where?
Where?
Oh no, Right, girls, we've got a serious problem here. We've got
Why did you not do birds?
We've got like a really major phobia.
I wonder what was going on. We're strolling up, gorgeous, and she freaks.
Guys, we've got a problem.
She doesn't like birds.
We've got a major problem.
As it turns out, Donna might have a teeny tiny little mini phobia of large winged things with huge claws that eat meat. It sounds awful, but it was funny to watch her reaction, but I feel so bad for her.
Will you freak going past there? Calm down, you'll be all right.
Sorry.
Run, Donna, run. Let's hope the wedding menu is bird-free. But first things first, Sarah's service in the castle chapel.
Would you all please stand?
Donna's touched. Either that, or there's a bird of prey in the belfry.
If any person knows of any lawful reason why Larry and Sarah...
Sounds like a nice service. Shame they can't see it.
I did expect to be able to see the bride and groom, because all we could see was a sea of heads.
Still, it's the perfect service for non-believers.
Civil ceremony, no God, which is great. Love that.
It's been a great pleasure to see.
And the perfect service for the blushing bride. And Donna's thrilled for her.
I just kind of wish it was still my day.
Oh.
So sorry.
Cheer up. Maybe you'll catch the bouquet. Good catch. See you in Series 2.
I did like Sarah's dress on Sarah, but I could never have worn it myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have everyone in the great hall?
Master of ceremonies, come on, in the great hall, and what do you think you are? You know, slap, stop telling us what to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand? You know, Mr. and Mrs. McBride, let's welcome
Thank you.
Looks like it's very easy.
Does anyone know what it is? To say the least, but how much you bet is chicken? Didn't like the starter because I don't eat chicken, and it was just a little bit too
Chickeny?
The main course was lamb, and it was really nice.
And dessert?
So we think it was bread and butter pudding.
Whatever it is, Donna senses feathery evil.
There's no egg in it, is there?
I don't know.
I think it was quite eggy, and because I don't eat eggs, I decided just not to taste it.
Too much foul on the menu. Those points could be slipping away, Sarah. And you won't claw them back with Alison's pet hate.
Now we've come to that moment you've all been waiting for, the speeches.
The speeches, which I don't do, find them so boring. Really enjoyed.
Eh?
Really enjoyed the speeches. Even though he kind of couldn't speak because he was kind of up to there with tears, you could obviously see, you know, he's totally in love with Sarah, and that's nice.
The mark of great public speaking. Incoherence.
You're falling apart, man.
So, time for the first dance. Ah. This is the bit where the whole wedding takes to the dance floor. Here we go. Any second now. Cue Stampede. Oh dear.
I did keep thinking, is the disco going to pick up or is it going to liven up and things like that? I just wasn't expecting it to be so quiet.
Maybe the DJ could have played better music than he did. I like to see people dancing.
Not sure this is what you had in mind. But nothing could rain on the bride's parade.
Game on, I think I'm still in the running, so really we'll just see. Depends on what the other girls like and what they don't like.
So how did the girls score? Food, venue, dress and overall presentation?
I'm going to give the venue 8 out of 10. It just turned out to be too big in the end.
For overall presentation, I'm going to give Sarah 15 out of 20. It was a very subdued reception.
Sarah's dress was gorgeous, but I don't do veils. It's just a bit of netting that you put at your window.
Right, last up, Alison's no frills wedding. But 300 miles from her venue, we've a wee problem.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to make it to Alison's wedding. I've got really bad asthma and I've got chest infection. I'm definitely not going to make it and I'm really gutted. But I've been told that she sends her love and I send my love to her. I've just got a little message for Alison, and that is, you're a beautiful person and you're really funny and I've really enjoyed meeting you and I hope you have a lovely day. Sorry I can't be there. That's it.
Donna's out of the wedding, but not out of the running, because close friend Cheryl will attend and judge in her place.
I am really nervous about getting the marking right today for Donna, but I know that I'll do her proud.
Let's hope so, Cheryl. There's a honeymoon riding on this. So after our two brides are introduced to Cheryl,
How are you? I'm fine. Are you all right?
what do they expect from Alison's wedding?
It will be simple but classy.
Because she's been so closed about it, I'm not quite sure what to expect.
So, a £3,000 budget, don't expect anything fancy. Apart from that fancy wedding venue.
That's really nice. I'm already changing a few of my opinions.
The town hall building was beautiful, the setting was lovely.
So she blew the budget on Warrington Town Hall. Or maybe that car.
Hello, you.
I think Donna would have really enjoyed the harpist that she had playing.
It was short, sweet, and basically it did exactly what it needed to do, which was marry two people.
It gives me the very greatest of pleasure to now tell you that you are now husband and wife. If you'd like to kiss your bride.
She's possibly the most stunning bride I've ever seen. She just looks absolutely amazing.
Wow, she's done amazingly on this budget and, you know, good grief, what's going to come next?
Bit worried, Sarah? So far, so good for Alison. On to the reception. OK, girls, in you go. And with the happy couple in place, it's time for the wedding breakfast.
Can I take your order, please?
Not exactly posh-nosh, Sarah.
It was like almost like a snack, you know, the jacket potato and a few fillings. Very different to what I would have chosen.
You don't say.
The food wasn't quite what I expected, and I thought it might have been more a la carte, like a sit-down meal, as opposed to a buffet.
Alison has proven that you don't have to have a 5-course meal to, make your guests happy.
You do for Sarah.
I like sitting everybody down and having them served and having them looked after.
Shouldn't think Alison cares, mine.
Are we having a good time?
Fantastic time.
Are we? We're having a great time.
Fantastic time.
I'm having a fab time. You're looking forward to the first dance, aren't you?
No.
Tell them about our fantastic first dance.
Can't dance at all.
It's a shame.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, I will feel.
So Graham's no Fred Astaire. And with the first dance out of the way, time for our brides to prove they're no Ginger Rogers.
The singer is just amazing. He's a really good singer.
Ah, but would Donna agree? Don't give up the day job, ladies.
Go together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by mother.
Hello, hello, hello.
What? A speech?
I can't abide, and they all do it. They get up on the night and they say, "Thanks everyone for coming," and I just can't stand it.
No, Alison, don't do it.
Well, I'd just like to thank you all, each and every one of you, for coming and making it so special. Thank you so much from both of us.
She's only gone and done it. The less said about that, the better.
Look at those thighs, it's in her eyes. She's good to she can satisfy my mind, body, and come and dance with me. Come and dance with me.
I was quite disappointed with this venue. This in here wasn't great. Who the fuck are you? It just wasn't really my thing. Bitch.
Goes on and on. I see you get excited like this is my song. You think I wanna get involved? You are not wrong. Cause I've been waiting for this moment all night long. Hey, go get to bed. I got my left eye checking out your scenery. I got my right eye right where it needs to be. No matter how I look at it, you look good to me.
And as things draw to a close, what are our bride's final verdicts on the dress, food, venue, and overall presentation?
Although the town hall was beautiful and it was an absolutely stunning room she married in, I wouldn't have chosen that for myself.
I believe that Donna would have really liked the dress. It's similar to Donna's style. I've scored Alison 8 out of 10.
Regrettably, for the food, I'm going to give Alison 5 because to me it just wasn't wedding food.
Coming up, find out which one of our brides has clinched the luxury Caribbean honeymoon. These 4 brides each claimed their wedding was unbeatable. To prove it, they entered a competition to win a 5-star honeymoon, courtesy of Azure Collection of Chester, Jade Mountain St Lucia and Virgin Atlantic. They attended each other's weddings and judged the day on the venue, food, dress and overall presentation.
I'm going to give the overall presentation of Carol's Day a 10 out of 20. It's completely not my taste.
I would probably give the dress a 4 out of 10.
For our overall presentation, I'm going to give Sarah 15 out of 20. It was a very subdued reception.
What let it down for me was the kind of style of food and the reception venue.
Now with the final scores added up, the brides have gathered to learn which of them was won.
Well done, that was really good.
We had a brilliant day. Absolutely great, fantastic. Really enjoyed every second of it.
I think if we come last, it shows that we had the wedding that we wanted, which was only to appeal to ourselves and not anyone else.
My wedding day was perfect. Definitely the best out of the 4.
I'm fairly confident about my wedding because it was absolutely the wedding that we wanted. I think we deserve to win, yeah.
The only thing the girls have been told is that the winning bride's groom is on his way.
Oh my God. Can we see any silhouettes?
Oh my goodness.
Coming right outside.
Is someone going to get out?
I don't know.
My heart is beating like nobody.
Is it?
Like Linford
Really?
Christmas. Yeah.
So, which wedding was judged the best? Which bride will walk away with the luxury 5-star honeymoon? It's time to find out.
Honestly, that's the biggest surprise of my life. I was always saying to this, nobody surprises me, and I can always guess. Oh, I don't know what to say. Oh.
So, Carol's wedding was judged the worst. She received 20 out of 30 for her venue, 19 out of 30 for her dress, and 19 out of 30 for her food. The overall presentation of her day scored 31 out of 60, giving her a total score of 89 out of 150. In third place was Donna. She scored 22 out of 30 for her venue, 17 out of 30 for her dress, and 20 out of 30 for her food. Her overall presentation scored 46, giving her a total of 105 out of 150. Sarah came in second place. She scored 25 out of 30 for her venue, 22 out of 30 for her dress, and 23 out of 30 for her food. Her overall presentation received 42, giving Sarah a total of 112 out of 150. So, Alison came in first by scoring 24 out of 30 for her venue, 25 out of 30 for her dress, and 23 out of 30 for her food. Her overall presentation scored 52, giving her a winning total of 124 out of 150.
Congratulations, you've won a luxury 5-star honeymoon to the Caribbean island of St. Lucia.
It's difficult to say whether their wedding deserved to win or not because I wasn't there, obviously, so I have to go by what Cheryl said, but I'm really happy for them.
Out of all the weddings, hers was the wedding that I enjoyed the most, and I'm really glad that she's the winner.
I don't know, are they the right winner? I feel like I want to say yes, but I don't know whether I can give you a reason why. But I'm still really pleased for them.
Never thought we were going to win.
Even when I found out, it was like, it's not us, it's not us, it's not us.
You made a mistake. You're not taking it back, though.
Thanks for coming, Alison.